Okay, clip 114, multiplication division with surds. This is the second one. So using the rules from the first one are in the top corner. So in the top corner, we've got root A times root B is root AB. And root A over root B equals root A over B. So using those rules, plus another rule, we're going to try and simplify these. So the key thing is take your time. You've got plenty of time to do this. It is difficult, but try and follow the rules and they're all the same. It's just like following with algebra. Okay, so I'm just going to try and do one that's like algebra first. So let's say we had 4x times 5x. Well, we would do 4 times 5, which is 20, x times x, x squared. And what about if we had 4 root x times 5 root x? Well, 4 times 5 is 20. Root x times root x is just x. Okay, that's the basis of all we're going to do in these questions. So, first one, we're going to split up the numbers at the front and the surds. So, there's an extra one I need to add to the bottom of this, a rule. So, notice how we did root x times root x and that became x. Well, if I said root 3 times root 3, that would equal just 3. Okay, so that is the third rule that you need, and that's going to come to play in this one. Okay, so like the algebra, do 4 times 5 first, and then we've got root 6 times root 6. Okay, so 4 times 5 is 20. And then what is root 6 times root 6? Well, using this rule, that means it turns into the number that's underneath. So root 6 times root 6 is just 6. So the answer would be 20 times 6, 120. Next one. 8 root 2 times 3 root 11. First step, 8 times 3. Second step, root 2 times root 11. So 8 times 3, 24. And then root 2 times root 11. Well, we know from the rules that we've just done in clip 113 that we can just make that go underneath. So 2 times 11 is 22. So this will be root 22. Now, we can't simplify that any further, so that's the final answer. Okay, next one. Follow the same process again. We use different colours for each one. 5 and 2, root 3, root 11. So 5 times 2 is 10. Root 3 times root 11, well, using the rule up here, root 3 times root 11 will be root of 3 times 11, which is root of 33. Again, there's nothing we can do to simplify that, so that's the final answer. Okay, so that's the first 3 are all multiplication. So the next couple, so the next 5 questions are all on division. So I'll use a different colour to underline. So this time divide 10 divided by 2, and then root 12 divided by root 3. So first step, 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then root 12 divided by root 3, well, we need to go back up to these rules. Root 12 divided by root 3 is equal to the square root of 12 over 3. So that becomes times by the square root of 12 over 3. Well, we know what 12 over 3 is. That's 4. So it's 5 times the square root of 4. Well, like we did in the last clip, what's the square root of 4? Well, that's 2. So this is just 5 times 2. Just be careful, it's this one times by this one. Even though there's a divide in the middle, that's for that and then for the roots. So it's 5 times 2 and the answer will be 10. Next one. So 6 root 15 divided by 2 root 3. So first step, underline, different colour, the roots and numbers. 6 divided by 2 is the first one, and then root 15 divided by root 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Root 15 divided by root 3. Well, that's the same as using the rules up here. Root of 15 over 3. Well, 15 divided by 3 is 5, so that's root 5. Put the two together, you get an answer of 3 root 5. Okay, and the last 3. So the first one, 9 root 35 over 3 root 5. So this time we've got that one and that one, and that one and that one. So 9 divided by 3, which is 3, and then root 35 divided by root 5. Well, that's the same as, using the rules, square root of 35 divided by 5. And we know that is root 7. So put the two together and the answer is 3 root 7. Next one. For some reason that's the same, so we don't need that one. It's the same question. Next one, finally. So underline again. So the root and the number. 8 divided by 4, which is 2. And then root 20 divided by root 2, which is the same as square root of 20 over 2. And we know that to be root 10. And then we need to put that together with the 2. So the answer to that question is 2 root 10. Okay, I hope you followed those questions. If not, go back to the beginning of the clip and have another whiz through it. And then you can go and have a go at some of the questions. So a reminder, these are difficult questions. It's a new topic. And these 3 things at the top are what the 3 main rules that you need to remember for surds. Okay, and then finally, just to recap, where I've done this in different colours so you can see where the numbers are coming from. But the final bit is when you're putting the 2 numbers back together again. So in this case, 10 divided by 2 is 5, and root 12 divided by root 3 is root 4. It's always a times in between, so there's a times sign there. Okay, and the same as this, that's a times sign in there. So just be really careful at the end. You've always got to have a times sign in. Okay.